Oh. Right. John Wick 2, because everything needs to be from John Wick 2. 3? Not so much. Tell me what you think about John Wick 3 in the comments below. So here we are on my desk. And it's been a while since I did a portable music player. And it's that one. So here's the FiiO M6. The Shanling M1. And I think the Shanling M0 was smaller than this. Just. But as you can tell, this is a baby. This is a little baby. It's a cute little baby thing. And why do they do this? Why? Well, I'm wearing some... We'll talk about some weirdness. But I'm wearing the accessories. This thing is tiny. And it is a full-fledged portable media player. Look, we've got a screen. It's got a step counter, which it seems I think I'm taking steps right now. It is a full touch screen, very clear for the size. The Shanling M0 is not a winner as far as the screen went. But this is. There's no buttons to navigate. It's all touchscreen to navigate, which kind of annoys me. But it's very smooth and very fast. Getting to the bottom of a really long playlist, imagine you doing this. As you can see, I'm wearing... This is the wrist strap that FiiO offers, entirely made of silicone, and it's pretty comfortable actually. And this is the wrist strap that DD Hi-Fi offers, which is leather, but the band is like this Velcro elastic thing, and I'm not sure if that's part of your style cue. You pick. I like the leather case, but that's got problems too. Let's talk about it. Let's move these giant honking pieces of metal. Get those off the desk. So, the M5. It's tiny, petite. It has permanent high-res stickers. The back is glass, the front is glass. You literally need to wander around with a cleaning rag if you leave it just like out like this, which I don't think anyone's actually going to be doing. So that's fine. Because here's the thing. I unboxed this so long ago that I lost the little clear clip thing it has. If we go to the Amazon page for it, first of all, I've never seen an Amazon page like it's a normal Amazon page. Wow, it's a really good product description. And then 16 to 20 fucking thumbnails explaining every single thing that this thing can do, and it's, oh my god, so great. So, battery, 10.5 hours. Playback, and only 20... Standby for 22 days. That's not bad. So it'll play back, and you just shut it off. You don't have to shut it off. You just sleep it, and 21 days later, you'll still have some power left. USB-C. Let's take a tour of the unit. We'll get back to this. Boost your computer. That's exactly what I want to do, is boost my computer. I like the shape of it. It's a bit... I feel if it was any thinner... it would be impossible to have this. So the edges, these sides have nothing, which is good because you need something to hold on to. SD card slot, USB-C, power button / screen button, or at least it should, or play pause most of the time. Screen is weird. We're going to get to the screen. Then you get a rocker switch, which is not labeled because it's both volume and track change, just like on a little Bluetooth receiver. Then it's got dual microphones. You can see the icons there if you can. And then the headphone out or coaxial digital out. And that's it. That's it. The back is acrylic, the front is glass, and that's so Bluetooth can be used. And that's really... You can't do these things if you plan to plug headphones into it. It's a very strange unit because... Let me see if I can get the screen to come on, because that's literally a question. Like right now, the screen's off. The player is playing. Or it should be playing. If I plug this in... the screen will come on, and it's playing. But if that screen goes off, I can't get it on all the time, but I can't hit it. I'm unpausing, I hold it down, it shuts it off. So it only activates the screen when I plug in the 3.5mm sometimes. Sometimes. Quirk. Sometimes I'll be cleaning it, and touching the screen will unpause the music. Is that what it's going to do now? No? No. Sometimes, when the screen's black and you touch it, music starts and stops playing, which gets mildly annoying. Decent headphone output for something the size of a 9-volt battery. It's a little bit wider than a 9-volt battery, but it probably weighs about the same. So fucking impressive tech in this to have a screen and battery and Bluetooth and a headphone out and buttons. I would have no issue running just about any portable style headphone. It'll definitely push headphones probably better than most phones. I haven't heard LG's like 30 and everything. Everyone sucks to the LG 30s D. And I'm just like, all right, it's a phone though. It's still a phone. Like, we're not here to talk about phones. If you buy a phone for your music, then you made your decision. You're not interested in this at all because you've got a phone. Now, what this will do is it not only is a PM. By the way, we've done 500 steps sitting here. So, I mean, be real careful with the step counter on this. When you put it in there, here, let's take the headphones out. And these, by the way, are the MMX300 Gen 2s running Dakoni, Choice leather. And they're amazing. And I'm going to do a full review of them, and then I'm going to mod the wire the fuck out of there because it doesn't need to be there. And it's pushing those just fine. Those are pretty hard to push. Just fine. Not exceptionally, but just fine. Now, so here's what you do. You unplug it from that. Now it's just a floating unit. And now let's install it. Well, let's install it the correct orientation into the little silicone BDSM assembly. So you can rotate the screen in any orientation. I have it set for here, because here you want the buttons on either this side or this side. So you could press them. And here you want the buttons here because the rocker's built in with a little power button. So you could rotate that. Now, when you install it like this, there's no output for the headphone. They don't expect you to run the headphone wire up your arm to headphones while you're moving around. What they expect you to do... Hold on, I gotta go back. I'm gonna hit play. I'm gonna go back. That's volume. That's brightness. I don't want that. I pulled it down. Okay. Back. We're doing this now. The options are... Actually, I'll take the... make this less insane. This is actually pretty nice. I mean, it gets a little sweaty. It's silicone. It ain't exactly breathable. But your options are category, now playing. So now playing, let's say, is the home. You hit that and it shows you what's playing. Browse files, which is to browse files. Bluetooth receiver. Now that's interesting because you can set your phone to communicate with this, and then whatever your phone's playing back will play back on this. And this is a better headphone output than your phone. Or if you've got a modern Apple phone or a Motorola phone like I've got, and it's got no headphone out, this becomes your headphone out. So that's nice of it to do that. Settings, recording, which uses the two microphones on top. And I did a couple tests. And it's a little quiet. Like compared to the music you're actually listening to, and you play the recordings back. The recordings, by the way, it goes in the SD card and makes a folder called recording or record. So you got to go and scroll all the way down to get to it. And then, like, you can't record and then play back immediately from the app. From this app. Here's the app. Here, let's hit the record button. We are now recording on the app. Look at the colors. Dance. All right, I'm done recording. So you hit pause. You hit pause. And now we hit whatever that square in the circle is. And it's like, do you want to save this recording? I'm going to go, yes. When this ends up in the yard sale, which it probably will, that will be on there. And you can be like, I have that recording when he was doing it live. Oh my God. So now the back gesture is, you see the screen is a square in the middle and there's black areas around it. So you swipe from the black area in. Let's go to settings, Bluetooth transmitter, play settings, system settings, update media library. Very simple stuff. Resume mode, playback gap, max volume, fixed volume. Actually, what's my max volume? It is set to the maximum. Back is always dragged from the outside in. And I've already got to clean off like my fingerprints. And I washed my hands with like liquid detergent to try to get all the oils off. And it don't matter. Play through folders, equalizer. It's got a full equalizer. You have to pick. Off, rock, jazz, metal. You know, the kind of equalizer I do not like. Fixed volume setting, gapless playback, play mode, etc., etc. Back. System settings. Brightness. Screen timeout. Actually, the brightness might be a little... System settings. Brightness. How's the brightness for the camera? The camera likes it usually a little bit dimmer, so I'll live with that. It knows the time is completely fucking wrong. It's not 5:03. It's It's dark out, but it ain't that dark out. It ain't winter. Screen timeout, idle standby, sleep, USB mode, storage. Recording quality is high. The recording quality is decent. Back to the recordings for a second. It's decent, but it's low. And it's 2 microphones, but it's not stereo. It just uses 2 microphones to help pick up on room changes and things like that. So I would give it a pass. It doesn't exceed my expectations. If it was like, wow, that's clear, that's better than a Tascam, I would say something else. USB mode. You can use this as a USB DAC on your computer. That is what the boost your computer thumbnail is. Because you could hook it up and it'll support 384 kilohertz 24-bit DSD 128. In case you wanted to spend, by the way, this is only $100. I'm just pointing that out. It doesn't come with this strap. Came with this strap, it'd be $100. That'd be fucking amazing. You have to buy the strap separately. What it comes with is that thing, which is a little clear plastic case that's supposed to clip on. I can't find it. It's in my zone. The zone of Zeos here somewhere. I guarantee you it's not more than 50 feet from me right now. Good fucking luck. What else is anything else interesting on here? Multi-dimensional UI. That's not exactly what it is. Explosive colors. I mean, I got the black one, so there you go. It says graphic equalizer, but it's just you could pick rock, classical, so it's not really a graphical equalizer now, is it? Anything else interesting here? USB audio out. It will USB audio out as well, so you can hook it up to another DAC. So if I wanted to hook this to my Wah 11 Topaz, I could do that. Boost my computer, high fidelity recordings, meh, built-in microphones, which is the same thing. You can, I think, make phone calls with this. So when you hook it up to your phone, you can use this to make your phone calls. I haven't bothered. Bezel-less design. Yeah, except for the fact that, you know, the screen ends in the middle of it. Great performance, blah, 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 blah. $100 fucking dollars, can't go wrong for that. Now, I'm going to try to hook these up to it. I had them hooked up to it. See, now the screen's off. Right? Touching the screen in every orientation. You'd think the button, but that's play. Oh, there it goes. We've taken 658 steps. We're going to get to 1,000 steps before this review is over. So let's go to Bluetooth transmitter, turn on Bluetooth. Bluetooth is turning on. Turn this on. It should automatically pair. Let's see, pair devices. Connection to PLT BB Pro 2, which when I reviewed these, I said they were great, and I'm standing by that. In fact, I didn't figure it out when I did the review that when you take them, if they're playing off a Bluetooth device that supports it, when you're playing something back and this comes off your head and they go together like this, it'll pause the device and stop playing music. You put it back on and it plays music again. So it still says not connected. Let's put this into pairing mode. Do. It was previously paired. It should just go. Or it could ruin my day. It's one of those two things. Oh, there it goes. It's connected. Good, good. Can you tell me right and left? These are Schmexy headphones. Okay, thank you. Bluetooth. Done, done, done. Done office settings. All Bluetooth receiver. Now playing. The now playing screen takes you to a list of every track on the unit. And it's just a billion of them, and they're not in any particular order. So you just start it. I don't recommend a player this size for someone who obsessively wants to find that track. Like, you know what I want to hear right now? The Star Trek theme from 1978, and you gotta, like, dig through multiple folders. Don't do this to yourself. This is a shuffler. This is like the Sansa clip. It's like, you get it on, it's playing, you could favorite something, you could turn on shuffle, you could hit next track. Here's your volume control, look little. You could either drag the screen, which is much, much faster, or hold that. Now, when the screen is off, which I don't know how to force the screen off because I have this button set to play and pause. So now the screen's off, and now it's on pause. Now, I can control with the controls on here. So I want next track. Yes? What are you doing? Oh, I took them off my head. I see, this is what was killing me before. I took them off my head, they close together, it's trying to pause the music. If I'm wearing them, and they're this far apart, which I gotta put it on like I gotta have like a fake head. Do I have a fake head? Oh, hello, you're a fake head. Now, that will work. Yeah. It really detects if you're wearing it and not like just have them off. That's so weird. Like it's working perfectly fine on my head. That's these headphones, not the player. But it's not, it's just, so the idea is to have this thing on your wrist. I wish I made a keychain for it, honestly. It's so fucking small. Have it on your wrist. I can put it in the leather in a second. It just paused again. What did I do? See, what did I do? What did I do to make this pause? I don't know. It unpaused. The DD Hi-Fi one here, I'll just take it off without, since it is stretchable, it's sort of easier. Leather case, with a little magnet flap, suede on the inside. And I've been putting it in like this. Dropping that down. Ooh, classy, right? So you got exposed button here. This is a soft piece of leather, so you can hit next track or last track with it on your wrist. Or you could hit next track, last track on your head, depending on what headphones you're using. Or if you're some real like psycho from American Psycho, and you've got like your $1,000 Bluetooth speakers, and you have this on your wrist, and you're just controlling like next track. Like on your, like you're doing like running in place, naked, covered in sweat at 6:30 in the morning. You're just like, I gotta kill a bunch of people next. So then that would be another reason to have the buttons on this and not to use the buttons on this. But it's really designed to be wireless. It's too small and fiddly unless you're clipping it onto your shirt and you have the IMs coming out of it, because the IMs would be perfect on it. It's designed to be the Bluetooth powerhouse. The problem I was going to come about with this DD Hi-Fi one is that it covers... let me see if we can get the screen to come on again. Yeah, we're doing it. Come on. See, it's like if I plug some headphones into it, the screen will pop on. I just can't make it happen when I want all the time. Oh, there it is. Now the screen's on. So the problem is you see the outside of the screen. You see if I slide it over, all that black is missing. It's hiding. And you need that black to navigate. Like to scroll is like, I can't, if I move it over and expose that, I can get all the way working perfectly fine. But you put it into the actual thing and you can't access that strip, and that makes it sort of useless. So DD Hi-Fi probably built this without having one of these in hand. This should either be slightly rounded out, which I guess you could modify yourself, but you're not going to get a leather case if you have to modify the damn thing. I have the DD Hi-Fi cases for everything. So I tell you, it works fine on the M6. I love the little clasp. And here's the new FiiO Q5S without the THX module, and this is the DD Hi-Fi case for that. And that works fine. It's just that this one has very special needs. It's a special needs thing, and you need to be able to use the entirety of the screen to navigate. And it cuts off just a little bit. So, this is its point. It can send Bluetooth, I think it's 5. Whatever the highest level of Bluetooth is currently that you need, it can send to headphones or speakers, and you can control it remotely. And in a pinch, you can plug your headphones into it, and it works fine. I mean, that's it. That's the end of this review. What else is there to say? It's just the smallest little baby. It's built for this purpose, though. You could feel it. Other than the weird screen thing, where it might just be my unit, because I got it like before it was released, and I've been just dicking around with it for 2 months. I keep my rag around. I love these rags. I keep red and blue rags, because obviously, see those. It's a handsome little unit. I like the little alcove here to grab it if you do actually grab it. Hey, the screen came on. 757 steps. Favorites, genre. Let's go to genre. I like some experimental. We've got Glamour Box, whatever that is. Over with Trom's Chamber Orchestra. I'm going to favorite that. So now I should be able to put this on my head. I hit play, pause, when it was off my head. Putting this on my head caused this pair of headphones to then repause that because it was just operating the thing in an open close. Gotta like these headphones so much. I wish the active noise canceling on these worked. By the way, the special editions on these... It's got proximity sensors in it. I didn't even know that before the fucking review. That's advanced for $130. That's fucking advanced. I'm gonna link these in the description. I just wish the active noise canceling worked. So this is the ultimate pairing here. And I wish you'd go back into the menus for a second. Hold on, and rotate them again. Yes, 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 yes. No. Step counter. 763 steps. What is that secondary screen? On January 1st at 12 o'clock in the morning, I apparently took 15 steps. That might have been at the factory. That might be factory testing. Recordings, settings, system settings, I think. And then it should be screen clock, clock face you could change, select output, power pre-out, spit if output, display direction. There we go. We want to be, for this wristwatch, we want the numbers on top. I think that's 0. And there it is. So now that's that way. And now you can put it in the little silicone. I will try to link this. It's not on Amazon. FiiO might only be selling this directly, or it may not even be coming. If you're selling this M5, it's gotta come. Giggity. Ugh. See, even this sort of slightly covers, and I'm like pushing it out of the way to get to the actual slide. Like once you're in this menu, right across the center works, but to get out of deeper menus, you really have to go far over and drag it. Like this is its ideal position. This is its ideal work. You wear it out. It's a quote-unquote smartwatch health monitor because it counts your steps, which isn't the same thing. But that's what they're going for here. And it just happens to hold, you know, a 500 gig fucking SD card with all your music and FLAC. So that you could stream that over high-quality Bluetooth to your headphones, if there's speakers in the room, or in a pinch, because you'd have to take it out of here to use headphones unless you got a scissor and cut a hole there, you can just plug your headphones into it directly. And rock out with your cock out. Now this won't work. Here, the hardest part is that when you plug in headphones, it doesn't switch. We're still... See, now I hit... So... Now it's backwards. It's just sending a play-pause signal. So now when it's closed, it plays. When I put it on my head, it's paused. It's fantastic. But you can't get it to switch to the line out unless you literally go into the menu. Menu. Not step counter. Settings. Go to not Bluetooth transmitter. You got to go to system settings. Wait, is it Bluetooth transmitter? No, it's Bluetooth receiver. Play settings? Where the fuck is it? Oh, Bluetooth transmitter. It is a transmitter because they're transmitting out. Not, yeah, okay. And then just shut it off. And now, these should play. Well, let me get back out of this. Oh, they are playing. They're just playing quieter. Actually, they're not playing quiet. It's a quiet song. Yeah, so now we're back onto a wired goodness. And I will be destroying this wire. 5-pole wires be damned. This is going to get balanced. Yeah, I know that you're 59. If I hold you, do you change tracks? See, if I hold it, it doesn't change tracks because the screen's on. If I shut the screen off... Gotta hold it to shut the screen off? How do I shut the screen off? I want these to become next and last track, and that only happens when the screen's off. Otherwise, you got to press the screen. So you either got to wait for the screen to auto turn off, or wait for the screen to auto turn off, because this will only ever be volume. Even if you give it like that, that's that 1 second hold. It should be next track, and it ain't working. We're repeating one track. Let's not do that. Yeah, I think that's about covered. This little unit. It's $100. It's designed specifically to be a Bluetooth sender or receiver, so you could use it out from this to headphones or speakers, or into it from your phone, because it does have a better DAC and amp than most phones. But I'd probably still use it to output Bluetooth. Like what I had on wrist, decent Bluetooth headphone, or a Bluetooth receiver, you know, Ear Studio ES100, linked in the description. These drop down to $80. This has balanced output. This has EQ curves you can load. All sorts of fun stuff. This just doesn't contain music. This is bigger than this, all right? They're the same thickness, and this is taller and that's wider, so I'll argue that they're the same size. But these do pretty similar things as far as amplifiers and DACs. This one just happens to have a screen, and you can interact with it. And they're about the same price. Isn't that fucking crazy? What world do we live in where for $100 or $100 you can get either a Bluetooth receiver with balance and a great app, or an entire fucking little computer? It's like a little computer in here, man. It like reads shit, bro. Imagine if this just had an SD card slot and a little screen. Imagine how ridiculous that would be, yet this seems normal. So yeah, this is a possibility. This. Actually, you can, holy fuck. This has USB host, and this has USB host. If I got the right OTG cable, I could, actually the blue tack's already on here. You could do this and have the most adorable stack that any crazy audiophile has ever walked around with. I just need to make that. Do I have that wire? I do have that wire. Please hold. Do you not fucking plug in? You go this way. Of course Zeos has that wire. Zeos has every fucking wire. This just came on. I don't know if I have to go into the app to control this. I don't know. This is all, I did not plan this. Zeos doesn't plan anything. Oh, YouTube. Oh, not YouTube. USB set. Hold on. I don't care how long this goes now. This is now officially me having a fucking ball. I'm going to get so many clicks when I post this to my Instagram. By the way, I have an Instagram that I've been using since RMAF to try to just, keep people interested. Where was it? USB settings. System updates. No. Recording quality. No. USB mode. Storage. DAC. Oh, no. That's to make it a DAC. That's where to feed in. So how do I... It definitely says it does it. Where's the fucking thumbnail for it? USB audio output on the M5 is highly... Not only does it support various sampling rates, blah, 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 blah. Output. It's a USB audio output. How do I make that go? I'll set it to DAC. I'm going to have to end this review now, people. Just keep an eye out in the past for a post about the cutest little fucking stack you done ever seen. The actual wire itself is causing this to separate. What's on? I don't even know what option I selected. High gain. There is high and low gain, but it's buried in the menu. Alright, it's playing, but it's not playing, so I'm assuming it's not. I mean, you could Bluetooth to it, but the wiring of it is what would make it a stack, like a full, no Bluetooth used stack. So I probably have to get into the Ear Studio app and tell it to be a DAC amp, because it could be used on a computer. The Ear Studio can also be used on a computer, a balanced output. So this is, all right, I gotta stop now, because the next thing you know, I'll be adding a special linear power supply pack to this. And I'll have this little cute, like, baseball-sized thing that is, like, $7,000, and people play, like, $8 headphones with it. That wallpaper. I've actually used it before, but cropped larger. So that's me, but I added all that shit to the top. And that's in the description. $2 patrons get access to all my wallpapers. $5 patrons get access to all my wallpapers and get to see all these videos early. You get to see me lose my mind at 2 in the morning early. Actually, it's probably like 1 in the morning. Where's my clock? Where's my clock? I want to see the clock. Clock. With an L. Bastards. Whatever. See, this is like it. It's like, come on. Give me. If I plug the headphone in, there's my clock. What time is it? Wow, that clock is wrong. I need to set the clock. It obviously doesn't connect to the internet. If it was one of like the other FiiOs, those things have Wi-Fi, they connect to the internet, so they're done. It's late. She's in the description. Patreon, see these early. In the yard sale, where I'll probably sell this with at least this, and I'll probably throw that in there too, because I'm not going to have a need for it once I sell this. 1st to the 10th of every month, I sell things. Free shipping to the US. Bit an odd number, so it doesn't come out $50. And I ship for free. In the international, you pay half shipping. $10 tier, however, is the behind-the-scenes tier. I don't post behind-the-scenes stuff on Patreon. There is a Telegram chat with 140-something people in it. And everything I do, they talk to each other. I talk to them about what I'm doing. They ask me what they should do. I ask them what I should do. It's a great little community. It's the real community. Which means I shouldn't be announcing it, because people who want to be part of that will seek it out anyway. Otherwise, you end up on the Discord or the public Telegram, which is like... they're fine places. I hang out there too. But mostly on the patronage chat. Thank you for stopping by. Links to all the things I've touched in this description, including phone blocks, future Zeos, because I know you love when I throw a fucking curveball. What an asshole past Zeos is. Yeah, that's it. Battery lasts a while. Sleep mode, like you just shut it off, like pause, leave it in your car. Week later, put it back on your wrist, lost like 8%. It's great. It's great news. Anyway, tomorrow, new review. Something that works. It works. It's just quirky as fuck, this one. Fuck. Get it out. You double tap the power button. I did it. And I'm into the app, and it says it's connected via USB. I'm going to get this, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.